Hello everyone, this is
Mocha drives.
and welcome to my channel. So at age 27, I finally managed to buy my very own dream vehicle. It's the W124 Mercedes E220. Now the purpose of this channel is to tell you all that how easy it is to afford one of What I've done is actually just added a very small pouch to the key. Makes it pretty neat, and this is how the key looks like. It's more like a bike key with a very small Mercedes logo. So it comes with two different sets of keys actually. The other one is a little bigger, but this one I feel very handy, and it gets into the pouch pretty easily. And this is where it goes. Very normal procedure, and just crank it up, and there she goes. So very interestingly, I have SRS and airbags warning light, and I think it's a pretty common issue for most of these 124s for them to show up. My right air vents are completely gone. Even my left ones are not so good. They are also in pretty bad shape. Set of replacement due soon. Left air vents are pretty okay. Right vents are also gone. They are also on their last leg. Rest, we have a wooden ashtray which does not go in. I've added a new music system. It's Bluetooth audio, just for a little bit of convenience, where I can charge my mobile on along drives. This was a console that I didn't know how to use for a very long time. This is for cooling, air circulation, and I don't know what this is. And here we have the defogger. This is for the up and low, up, and there's another one that is for the legs. This is only for the legs, and this I don't know what it does. This is cooling, heating. Pretty standard, pretty easy to use. I think there's a defogger thing going on here. Okay, that is another discovery. Good to know. This is to drop the headrest. It does not work in my car. The headrests don't fall down no matter what I do. This is the rear defogger, and these are the rear lights. They are not working currently. What else? I've added these soft seat covers. They are more like fur, sitting on very comfortable chairs. Everything is comfortable with this car. And the door opening thud, as solid as ever. You can just hear the sound of the door close. Oh my god. Now I'd like to share a little bit about the first time when I saw one of these things. It was as my wallpaper. I don't know how it ended up being my wallpaper on my laptop, but it was a black 124 with monoblocks, and oh my god, that felt like the machine of all time. And then it ended up being one of those. It ended up being timeless as it is. And another reason why I loved it was because in Transporter he just unveils it and he takes it off through those gates, and the way it goes out, you just feel it is power. It is what dramatization actually is. And when you drive it, you do feel that. You do feel you can just get away with things, not with illegal things, but then with, if there is a mishap, you're going to be on the safer end of the story. And these things depreciate to a point where what other cars you get at this price, they definitely don't make sense. They don't make sense at all. So what you're getting in this vehicle is good engineering. So I had shortlisted a few options here in India. I think for this same price point, I could get from the same era a Contessa. Contessa is a beautiful product. It's a highly desired product, but it lacks engineering. It lacks what it takes to outlast itself. and it's not very well built. You see panel gaps everywhere. Then there was these newer Octavias, combis. As other alternatives, I think I also kept the old Pajero SFX. That is a box design. I love box designs. That is my issue. But that car has also aged very well. Every time you see one of those Pajeros on the road, they are well kept. They are kept in that dual tone, shining, glimmery shape of what it is. And there is that pride of owning a big SUV, full size SUV, and it comes at a very depreciated cost nowadays, which is good for you, the buyer. Another thing that I had shortlisted was a bike. It was the RD350. I did not believe when I heard the price of one of those things, but those things have appreciated to another level. Those things are a rocket on the road. They are definitely very unsafe. It completely negates the whole point of me going for a depreciated, safe vehicle. It completely negates that. But once you are in this line of purchasing things that are out of the blue, you never realize when you've gone completely out of the box, and you find it very hard to come back to the straight road. So RD350 was one of it. It was a highly engineered and now a highly desired product. In India, we have another problem. We have the emissions norm that are coming up, and two strokes seem to have a very grim future. And it's a little erratic here how they completely change rules, and out of nowhere you can never be able to drive that thing. So that can happen, since metro cities are the first ones that get these new norms into place. Another dream vehicle to talk about is the Fiat from the 50s, 60s, 70s, whatever era you want. It's got amazing products. It's got suicide doors. We are talking about the Millicento, Elegant, and the Super Select. When I first started liking this product, I did not know there was so much variation. There was so little details. But once you get into the nitty gritty of these Fiats, there is so much detail, and the nerds that know about it, they know every little thing. They know the quarter window which exists on which model. They know about the small details on the interior. So the Millicento has a different interior compared to the Elegant, and I think the Elegant and Super Select are quite similar to each other when it comes to interior. It's just the dicky that is different. The Elegant is called the Duker Fiat, whereas the Super Select has got the longer boot. I personally would prefer the Super Select for its design proportions, but there is a market for all of those. There is a market like crazy. And then the era after that, the one where Premier Automotive uh, Limited, PAL, they started producing vehicles. Even those are not bad. They come at a cost which you can easily afford. I've seen examples, diesel examples, coming under 1 lakh, which is a steal because you get the diesel efficiency. I don't know about the maintenance, that's not my forte, so I won't be able to comment on it as of now. But Fiats are good. The only thing where it lacks is in terms of safety. Now, it is an old product. It's supposed to be from that era. It's supposed to have those times. But those A pillars, they are like toothpicks. Every car, not just, I'm not talking about Fiats, I'm talking about every car. The BMWs, the Mercs from the 50s, every car had toothpicks as their A pillars, which is a bit scary. In today's day and age, you need a car to be strong. You know how people are driving, you know how crazy it's getting. Road rage is a thing, and unfortunate, but it should not result into something that can cost your life. So I would always recommend you to buy a safe purchase. Now, I'm not saying my car is the safest thing out there. I'm not saying that. That's not possible. But I've tried to meet a balance where it's safe as well as timeless as well as cost efficient. So we'll get started with the little things on this car. We'll get the air pressure check. We'll check if the tires are worth keeping or should they need to be changed immediately. And then we'll have a good wash. We'll have a wash inside out, and then we'll see. I think it's maintenance free that way. I think it's maintained well previously, or maybe it's done some work and then it's come to me. But all in all, I get a car that's driving. I don't need to buy it and then put it at the garage. I've got the oil changed. I've put 0W40. So it seems pretty spotless on camera. The server, it's disintegrated completely and it's been sellotaped. The tires, I think, are age-wise they are at the end of their life, but then grip-wise I think they are okay. Headlights definitely need some buffing, and the body seems very nice. We have a shimmer to everything. Missing antenna. What happened is recently I parked it somewhere and somebody had to do that. Luckily the logos are still there. The E220 emblem, that is with me, so that before even that goes away I can take care of it. There's another ding here, which is why we have taped on it, and other than that I think it's pretty nice. Now we'll be treating it as a daily driver. We'll be taking it to places which I normally wouldn't, but I've taken it as a challenge to do all the normal things and normalize owning one of these. The fuel cost definitely on the higher side. I think it gives me around 6 kmpl as of now, which is very bad. But then some things you can't change. You can't change the fuel efficiency of this thing. It's a big thing. But then one of the reasons why I bought it is because it is the safest product from its era. It's got 2 airbags, it's got ABS as standard, and it's a 3-box design, and the A-pillars they are tested, I think, at that era. Volvo was definitely the first to integrate seat belts, but Mercedes then came in its own with its very own tech, which impressed me widely. It's even got adjustable seat belts right there.